First, we take Manhattan. Then we take Berlin! Hi folks, today we're playing Project Automata, and for those of you old enough to have liked the supply chain management of Industry Giant and the goods transportation of Transport Tycoon, this is a simple but focused game of supply and demand. And this is a free alpha demo and it's still early days yet. Stuff like trains aren't in the game just yet, and you're limited to either a smallish map of around 3 towns or a larger one with about 5 or 6. All maps are procedurally generated, although a lot of the maps are featureless green plains, really, in this early build. They're releasing the alpha in preparation for a Kickstarter, which is coming soon. So we're going to play the game for about 10 minutes, just to show you what's what, and then you can go and grab the demo and play it for yourself. So, we need to sort out who wants what. The easiest thing to do to start with is find a town centre that's supplying or demanding something interesting. So Berlin really wants iron ore, work clothes and paints, but it's got a surplus of wheat, pies and cakes and plastic. So we've got these to play with if we want to. We can send it to another town who may want wheat, pies and cakes or plastic. So we have to go over to, let's see, Stuttgart over here. They want milk, wood, wheat and winter clothes. And also they're producing a bunch of stuff like plastic. So this is going to be quite straightforward to start with, because I go to Berlin, destination, wheat is already selected, so change destination. I'll just choose a destination here, Stuttgart. So click on Stuttgart and there we go. And the lorries are already on the move. So Berlin is now supplying Stuttgart with wheat. So I'll just speed this up. And this is the very simple stuff to start with. It'll just start getting you some money. Then we can get to the more complex stuff. So I'm on 3 speed now. So just wait for the lorries to work their way across the map. Can they even get to here? Yes, they can. There they are. It's a very long way, this. Right, working their way through London. Beep, beep. Right, through the M4. Right, down here. Bottom left. We've got 0 budget flow at the moment. As soon as they arrive in Stuttgart, we'll start to make some cash. 6,300 plus, well, a bunch of cash basically, so about nearly 7,000 per trip, and now they're fucking off back to where they came from. Go away! Hey. So we've made a little bit of money, and that can continue happening. If you look at the balance sheet, we do have a bit of red going on, but for the most part we're in the green, so everything is groovy. So let's do something a bit more complicated now. So what does Stuttgart... So Stuttgart has a surplus of plastic. Huh? Well, whatever. Let's see what London wants. Oh, London wants chemicals and iron ore. Right, so here's an iron ore. Load of raw materials anyway. That's it. Aha! So London wants iron ore. So this is going to be a fairly straightforward one. And you can get very complicated because you might need factories that require several inputs. So, what do we need? We need a gatherer here. Which one is it? Iron mine. There we go. So we put this quite close to the iron ore. Then we need to make... Well, we need to wait for them to build that thing. Building lorries are the only thing that can go cross-country. Otherwise, they'll need roads. So let's be putting in the road now. That's not great. Let's just actually build a bit more of a road, because that's the destination. Oh, no, that's okay. That's fine. That's pretty much the quickest route by avoiding the hills. Okay, so let's speed this up again. Right, now we've got a thing. Let's get rid of that. Now we've got a harvesting thing to build. So, I'm going to press escape. Click on that. So, we need to build a harvester. So let's build it close to the rocks, because we have to. In fact, now I think about it, I should have put the iron mine here, closer to the stuff. That's a mistake, but never mind. So now we've got a harvester on the go. We need to connect up the road again. We don't need to, but I'm going to. Let's just make it go along there. So the harvester will go out to there and then go to there if it ever gets going. Oh, it still needs to build this one as well. The harvester needs to be built. So here it comes again. Here comes a little lorry. And there we go. Right. So at some point, there we go. So it's now supplying the iron mine with stuff. Here it goes ever so slowly. Now we've got to choose a destination for this to go to. Quite straightforward. And we can send it to London city centre, because they've got a surplus of that. However, we might want the iron ore to also go to somewhere else, maybe to process it a bit more into something else, and then if someone else demands it, they can have it. So what else? I don't know what iron ore turns into, because it's quite a complicated set of things. What else can we do? Well, it wants canned fish. That probably needs something to do with the coast. Wine, chemicals. What else? Let's see what else is on the map. There's loads of oil here. And there's also lots of gas. So that, I think, can go through the petrochemical plant. Which we'll put... Let's rotate it to there. We'll also need... Well, we won't do anything just yet. But I will be setting up... Yeah, we'll be setting up a gas pump. I wonder if I can get all of them. Oh, I can. Just rotate that. Yes. Okay, let's put that to there. Speed things up. Building that. Now we do some harvesters. Build harvester. Build harvester. And make it in a slightly better place. Rotate. And there we go. They need to be built as well. Let's... I should have rotated these a little better. There we go. That's all very smooth. Let's also join that up. Let's do some gratuitous road action. My money is going down, but I've got shitloads of money in this alpha, so I don't need to worry too much about cash. So, now my petrochemical gas pump situation is getting better, and now I need to send the gas... Well, I need to send all this stuff to the petrochemical place. So, choose factory, do that. And so the oil... Well, I haven't actually done the oil yet, have I? I've just done the gas. So that should now be receiving stuff. Rubber is oil and gas. And there's other stuff as well. That, for instance, if I do what is it? Chemicals, I only need oil. And that only needs coal. And that needs all sorts of stuff. So let's concentrate on rubber for now, because I think someone wanted rubber. I can't actually remember now. If not, we'll have to choose something else. Berlin, do you want rubber? No. Stuttgart? No. So we might be making rubber for no reason here. And in fact, we haven't even started yet, because we need the oil well. Build that there. In fact, let's build it a bit closer there, so we can easily link things up. Choose roads properly. And also, let's do that. Link everything up nicely. We also need a harvester. So let's harvest you! Oh god, I've rotated the bar. I didn't realise you could do that. Right, okay, so let's do that. So now there's one harvester on the go. Get that to there. And if we speed things up... There we go! Now the oil drill will need a destination of the petrochemical plant. Choose destination 1. You can choose several destinations. Petrochemical plant. Now we can actually make some rubber here, which we are doing, or we will do soon once the oil turns up. But the rubber isn't really doing much. What else can I actually make? Plastic, chemicals, and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay, it does turn out that London does actually want chemicals. So I'm going to change what's happening at the petrochemical plant. Instead of rubber, we're going to go on to chemicals, which does... Hang on. Am I even doing this? Yes, I already have, yes. So it should now be building chemicals, which will then need to send to London. And so, destination... London? Oh, there we go. So that should start sending... Eventually, that should start sending stuff to London. In fact, I think that's it at the moment. Yes, there we go. So at the moment, the gas is being wasted. I mean, this is now filled up with gas. And it's got there's no reason to do it. So really what I should do at the moment is gas pump, is I should stop that happening. Somehow. Not quite sure how I do that. Right, I'm going to take a punt on the canned fish thing now, because the canned fish is worth $37,000 as opposed to the chemicals around $10,000. And there's a body of water here, so I'm going to try getting a little fisherman's pier going on. If I can just work out to do this. Can I do that? Will that work? It's not quite connected up. But look how efficient this is. So once they build the fisherman's pier, I'll need to make a canned goods factory of some kind. It might be the food one. I think it might be. So let's build that. Let's build it. Rotate. I can squeeze it in just there, so they won't have far to go. I don't know what these houses are going to feel about this new industrial area that I'm creating here. Okay, so let's build that. So the fisherman's pier should, in theory, be harvesting fishies. Destination. Factory. Food factory. The food factory should now be receiving well, they should be doing that. Oh no, we need tin cans! We're getting fish, but we... Oh no. Oh, what's this? Missing harvesters. Oh, right. Okay, so we need to build... Okay, fish. Fish. Fish, there we go. Oh, the fish has to be... Well, over there, okay. I didn't realise that... Okay, the piers have to be connected up as well. Right, so that's... Okay, let's just quickly do that. I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing here. You really have to learn the whole sort of supply chain thing. Otherwise you're not going... Why can't I go with that across there? Oh, no, I can't get there. We're blocked, lads. Oh, no. Right, so we can go that way. It's a bit of a long way round. Apparently I can't... Yeah. Something... I think that's counted as a blocked tile. So, in theory... That's now working. Fish is coming from there, and everything should be good. Yeah, there we go. The lorries are going the very long way round. So, yep, that's getting the fish. But... that's going to the food factory. But yeah, at the moment, we've got 2 fish coming in, but we haven't got any tin cans. So where do you get the tin cans from? Right, 1 head scratch later. So, we needed cans for our factory, wherever the hell that is. Tin cans. So, what I've done is built a glassworks and smelter, which is producing tin cans out of steel. But steel needs to be produced as well, so I've built another glassworks and smelter that takes iron, ore and coal and turns that into steel. So already you can see the supply chain is getting stupidly complicated. At the moment, though, this isn't receiving any iron ore or coal. So we go over to our iron ore place, we select a second destination, which would be Glassworks and Smelter 2. After a while, this might be a good idea to stop supplying the town centre with iron ore, because that isn't making us a huge amount of money. It might be better to supply it exclusively to our Glassworks and Smelter so it can produce a much higher value good, the canned fish, at the end of the day, which is worth 30,000 or 37,000 instead of 6,500, which isn't very much at all. So you make the decision, do I stop it happening or not? Well, I'll check that out later, see how much profit I'm making. But you can see the sort of decisions you start to have to make. I also need to build a coal place. Coal mine, which thankfully there's some coal right here, so we don't have to worry too much. Let's rotate and put that down there. This is such an industrial town now. Poor old London. Right, so speed that up. We need to place some harvesters down, of course. Let's do a couple. Let's do 1. I'll just do 1 for now. Build it here, so we're really close to the action. Right, so that's going to be doing that. And the coal mine destination can be... Destination 1, factory, glassworks and smelter 2. What's that? Missing harvesters. Have we not done this? Oh, it's not constructed yet, that's why. Right, so in theory, we've now constructed a complete chain. Let's speed things up nicely. So, the coal is going there, and it's now supplying here. Iron ore and coal. We'll keep an eye on these. Yeah, there we go. Some coal has arrived. And some more coal has arrived. Oh my god. Yeah, there's going to be a massive imbalance here, isn't there? Not enough iron ore is getting here, because a lot of it's going to the town centre. So yeah, I do think all the iron ore should be diverted here. I want to get rid of it. I'm not quite sure how to actually take it off, though. How to remove it from here. Well, I'm not 100% sure, so I'll just quickly do that. So, yeah, it's doubling up, but I don't know how to do it otherwise. Okay, so the coal is sorted. The glassworks and smelter should now be getting... They're still massively imbalanced. Oh, that's it. Some coal is arriving, and we are now making steel, which has also now been taken out and taken to our... it's not that one. It's the food factory, which is receiving tin cans and fish. Canned fish is happening. Eventually. Just make sure that I am sending things to somewhere. I am actually sending it to... Was it London I need to do? Yes, there we go. So it is now sending canned fish to London, which wants canned fish. So with any luck, eventually, this should now happen. And I feel like we've done something good here today. If I can just make some bloody canned fish. Where's the bloody tin cans? Be more efficient, you prick. Am I doing this correctly? Right, so no steel is arriving just yet. Just have to wait a bit. Oh, there we go. Tin cans have been made. And they're now being shipped over to here. Make some canned fish. Aha, here we go. I didn't notice that the tin cans have been produced, but they don't have a destination. So I need to choose the food factory. And finally, now, I mean, we're getting a bit of a supply chain block because the iron mine had nowhere to send its stuff because the glasswork smelter over here has full storage because it was making. Oh, it was all chaos. Now, in theory, there's shitloads of lorries. Look at them all ploughing into here, and now we're finally making canned fish. Finally, and I've now made sure that I've set the destination to London, which wants the fish. For some reason, you can't set the destination when the game is paused, which is something that got me confused entirely. So what's it doing now? No storage space. Oh, that's fine. It's just because we're making a lot of iron ore, and there's no. At the moment, we're not producing our tin cans fast enough. We don't have any steel. We don't have enough iron ore coming in. So it's all a bit of a roundabout at the moment, but it is slowly working its way through. But then you just have to really ensure that everything is as efficient as it can be, including that road there, which is the best road of all time. I think you'll agree. So we're selling canned fish at London and making shitloads of money. I think that was a canned fish lorry. But look at this. Now we are starting to make big profits. Building up keep quite sharp. Oh, there we go. Look at this. Oh, that's a big amount of money. Yes. So we are finally satisfying their demand for canned fish. Good. This will keep on popping in and out all over the place. But yeah, I just have to make it more efficient and everything will be groovy. Okay, so I think that gives you a good idea of what's going on, how complicated things do actually get. The game does boast apparently complicated AI, or really complex AI. I don't know about the back workings of these sorts of things, but it's been okay so far, but it's mainly been about my intelligence. That's the main thing. And that's a bit lacking, admittedly. Never mind. Anyway, so the Kickstarter for this game begins in early October, and if that does well, they might end up adding things like multiplayer and modding support. So for now, check out their website, link to the description, and go grab the alpha demo and see what it's capable of. Okay, so thanks for watching. This has been Jeremy from randomizeuser.com. Check out my other games and videos on the latest alpha games, and a lot more besides, and I hope to see you again sometime. Bye-bye.